Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. And today we are comparing the Chanel flap card holder to the Bottega flap card holder. Which one do I like better? What are the differences? What are the similarities? Let's find out. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I love to do videos on beautiful things, mostly luxury, handbags, shoes, ready to wear. I like to do some styling videos, and I do those things from the perspective of someone who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-sized. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would join us here, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. All right, so before we get into the specifics of each card holder, what's similar, what's different, do I like one better than the other, all those kind of things, let me just sort of share my collection with you. The easiest one is obviously the Bottega. This is in the parakeet green color in their beautiful intrecciato woven leather. And yeah, I love this. I got this sometime in the summer and carried it for quite a few months. This is actually the card holder that I took with me to Europe and to London. So that is the Bottega, and this is the only Bottega piece in my collection. All right, so next let's go through my Chanel collection, and this is what I keep all of my SLGs in. So I'm just gonna set this here. I'm gonna try to do this maybe in chronological order how I got them, except some are in dust bags, so it may be, you know, a crapshoot here. But anyway, this was my very first Chanel flap card holder. It is the classic black caviar leather with the gold hardware, as you can see. I bought this at the Dallas Chanel boutique, which is located at Highlands Ranch. Is that the right? It's not Highland Park. I think it's called Highlands Ranch, something like that. Anyway, it's their like luxury area. It's where Hermes is. There's a Goyard there. There's Dior, a Fendi. Anyway, and so that is where I got this. It was on a work trip actually, because my company is based in the Dallas area. So this was my very first piece. I believe when I bought this, it was $475, I think. I do still have the receipt. I'd have to go back through a lot of records to find it, but yeah, I think it was $475. We'll get to the current price here in a minute. The next one I bought, I am pretty sure, was this one, and this is in the beautiful Tiffany blue with the silver hardware. This one I bought actually from a Chanel at a Nordstrom store in either Portland or, I don't know, I got connected with a like Northwest area sales associate, and yeah, so that is where I got that. I love this. I used this probably exclusively for over a year, I would say. Before that, I used this black one quite a bit, but once I got this gorgeous blue color, I was like absolutely sold. And you can definitely tell. It's funny how when you don't use something for a while and then you go back and look at it, I mean, I really need to try to clean this because it's not that it doesn't have any color transfer, but like I can see like on the stitching, it's definitely like, it's a little schmutzy, as we would call it in Yiddish. So that was number 2. Let's see, this is definitely number 3. This is a beautiful green, kind of emerald green. That's probably a good representation of the color with light gold hardware. This, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is from the 22A collection. I could be wrong on that. I got it from the 57th Street boutique, and I was here for that launch. So it was in June of 2022. So whatever collection launched in June of 2022, that's when I got this card holder. So yeah, this is number 3. And I should have said the Tiffany blue one is in lambskin. This is also in lambskin. All right, I'm pretty sure that the next one was this one. Actually, you know, and it's still got the tag in it, so I can tell you. This is from the 23B collection, and it is this gorgeous, it is like the perfect lipstick red. Again, in lambskin. And yeah, this is one, like I said, that I don't even think that I have used yet. I think I bought it and then just, I think I may have been using my Bottega at the time when I bought this, and then, you know, went to Europe and just, I don't know, I never went into this, so I definitely need to use this. Then I think I get the red one and this one confused, but I'm pretty sure that this was not my most recent, because you guys know my most recent, but this is in this beautiful like ballerina pink. It is, again, to me, sort of the perfect pink color. It doesn't have like a peach undertone to it, and this also has the light gold hardware, also with the sticker still on it. I don't think I've used this either, and this is in caviar. And then, of course, the one we're going to talk about, so let me move this aside. The one we're going to talk about is the one that is my most recent purchase and the one that I am currently using, which is this gorgeous fuchsia from 24C. So this is from the Cruise collection. So I think that pink one was from 23K. Again, you guys, if you guys know the collections, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the red one was 23B, I think then that the pink one was 23K. It definitely didn't get it in like June, which would have been A, so I'm pretty sure it's K. Anyway, this one was from 24C, or like I said, the Cruise collection. It is this absolutely gorgeous, bright fuchsia pink with the light gold hardware. Yes, I still have the sticker on it. And like I said, this is the one that I am currently using. And this is exactly how I use it. And we'll get into that in a second. All right, so let's go over the dimensions and the differences between these two. I'm looking down because I've got the dimensions down here in my notes. So the Chanel card holder is 4.5 inches in length, 2 3/4 inches in height, and 1 inch in depth. And now I measured that based on one that was not stuffed. So I think I used my Tiffany blue one just as an example of what they are at its like normal resting self. But obviously they can expand slightly. All right, moving on to the Bottega dimensions. The Bottega is, and I probably have to look here because they're a little odd. So 4 3/8 inch, so slightly shorter in length than the Chanel. However, it is slightly taller at 3 inches in height, whereas the Chanel was 2 3/4. So a little bit taller, which helps kind of make up a little bit in the length, if that makes sense. And then it is also slightly narrower, which can be a good thing as well, although it does expand quite a bit. But at its natural resting self, it is 7/8 of an inch in width, or in depth, I should say. So just slightly, okay? The Chanel was 1 inch, so it's basically 1/8 of an inch thinner than the Chanel. So as I mentioned, the very first card holder I got from Chanel in the black caviar, I believe, was $475. They sat at $550. Well, I think they went to $500, and then they sat at $550 for a long time. I'm pretty sure that's how much my blue one was. I'm pretty sure that's how much my green one was, and I feel like that's how much the red one was too. And then they got bumped up to, and I apologize, you guys, because on the website right now, it's showing as $700 for the classic card holder, but that one has the black hardware on it, so I think that bumps up the price. So I think they're $650 right now. And you would think I should know that because I just bought, you know what, hang on. Hold on for a second. Okay, so I forgot that because I had just purchased this at Bergdorf's, it was like in my current, like what my next bill for Bergdorf's is, so I was able to see. So this was actually $625 because the amount of tax, it was like $680 with tax, which is about right. So $625. So I don't know if now these have gone up again. It could be that these are now $675. I haven't gone to see the new P collection yet, So it's possible, but like I said, the P collection one that's showing right now has the black hardware, and I'm pretty sure that the black hardware always like jacks the price up a tiny bit. So maybe now they're $675 and that black hardware one is $700, or maybe they've gone up to $650 and now it's that one's $700. I don't know, but I can tell you that when I just purchased this, which was right at the end, as you guys know, it was literally on New Year's Eve day. So December 31st of 2023, this one retailed for $625. Now, the Bottega one is actually technically, I just looked it up on the website, technically they call this their business card case, which probably then lends itself to the needs that I use it for. So that's interesting. I just thought it was a card holder, but they call it their business card case, and it is $520. So at least based on the amount that I paid for this, it's at least $105 cheaper than the Chanel. All right, so let's talk about sort of the organization and how these work. Again, we'll start with the Bottega. Both of them have a snap closure on it, which is one of the things that I love. As you guys know, I have 6 Chanel flap card holders, or snap card holders. They call it the classic card holder. Whatever you want to call it, I obviously love them. I have 6 of them, but they both have the snap feature on it. The Bottega has a slit pocket here up front. It then has a large gusseted section here behind that. And then the Bottega actually has another slit pocket in the back of that gusseted area. And then on the back, it has another slit pocket back there. All right, let's look at this Chanel one. So again, it has, just like the Bottega, a snap closure on it. Also, like the Bottega, it has a slit pocket. This is just one of those Chanel cardboard things that they put in there. It has a slit pocket in the front. It has a gusseted area in the back. Now, another difference is the flap of the Chanel card holders are done in the same leather. The interior, however, is like a kind of like a grosgrain, hopefully you guys can see that, fabric interior, whereas the Bottega one is completely 100% leather lined. So every part of this card holder is leather. There is no other interior slit pocket, so that is another difference between the Chanel and the Bottega. But obviously the Chanel does have the, you know, sort of Mona Lisa smile pocket on the back, which you can see there. So those are kind of the main differences and similarities. I use them essentially in the exact same manner. So as you can see, I have my driver's license, and then basically in this front slit pocket. So I fit four credit cards and my driver's license. So I have my driver's license, I have 2 debit cards, one for our joint account, one for mine, my American Express, and then my Target Red card, which is actually also a debit card, so it just comes directly out of my checking account. And all of those fit, like I said, in this front pocket. They also all fit very nicely in the Bottega front pocket, actually with, you know, quite a bit of space. So as you can see there. So what I'm basically gonna do is take everything out of the Chanel and move it to the Bottega to show you. Then behind here, basically I keep insurance cards. I've got my work Amex. I have our HSA card. So if, you know, when I pay for the kids' braces, or if we've got prescriptions or whatever, we use that HSA card. But primarily it's insurance cards, gifts, a couple of gift cards, my work American Express, and whatever. But basically, you know, you can see, and I could fit some more. So I brought over this, this is my YSL card case, and yes, you can see I stuffed this to the brim. This is where I keep, ooh, it was dusty over there. This is where I keep my store credit cards. So my Saks, my Bergdorfs, my Neiman's, my Nordstrom I pretty much always carry with me. So that's actually in this Snap card holder. And then I keep like gift cards. So I have quite a few gift cards going right now. So here's just, let's just take a couple of these. So yeah, I've got 4 more here, and I think, you know, that would fit with no problem. So let's see if all of that, so this is what that stack looks like after I added those 4 cards into the Bottega. And as you can see, the Bottega really opens up nicely. So, and because it is a little bit taller than the Chanel, it gives it a little bit more room to really expand and still be able to close. Hopefully that makes sense. So that is what that one looks like when it's all stuffed. Now, could I get more in here? Probably a couple more. I don't know that I would probably add a whole bunch more. I honestly really don't use this back pocket. I have used it a couple of times to like put some folded up bills into. And then on both of them, I really do not use the back pocket. I did use it when we originally moved and we were still using Metro cards. And so I would tuck my Metro card back in this slip pocket because it was super easy to access then. But now we use our phones to tap. So I very, very rarely, you know, use the back pocket. I'm trying to think if I, like maybe if I was somewhere and we were driving somewhere and there was like a parking ticket, you know, like a parking garage ticket, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I would say that in general, they have similar capacities. I'm just gonna put all that back into the Chanel because I realized when I put those extra cards in there, I didn't have the front cards in that. So let me just see. Okay, that I would say it closes, but it is tight. I honestly think that what I carry in there, like on the daily, is pretty much the maximum comfortably, if that makes sense. So, you know, that's basically 5 cards in the front and 10 cards essentially. That fits really nicely in there. So I guess I would say that I think that the Bottega holds a little bit more. So if you carry more than, I would say 14 or 15 cards, whatever those may be, whether they're insurance or whatnot, then, you know, I'd probably maybe lean towards the Bottega. Right. So what do I think about these? And, you know, are there any pros or any cons of either of them? Honestly, I think they function in the exact same manner. I think that the Chanel lambskin is probably a little bit more delicate than the Bottega leather. I should have looked up, I apologize. I'll put what kind of leather the Bottega is. I have a feeling it's calf leather as opposed to lamb. So, you know, I think if you're maybe comparing a Chanel lamb to this, maybe go for this. This is also at least $105 cheaper. I think this is a fantastic option if you know, sometimes these are really, really hard to get. I have found that they've been easier lately, but for a couple years there, they were really, really hard to get your hands on. Like that Tiffany blue one that I got was like, I was fighting for that one. It was really hard. And then there were some other colors that I loved, but I couldn't get them. So that's why there was a pretty long time in between the blue and the green, probably at least a year. So, and this, I love the color. I mean, as you guys can see and you saw from my collection, I love color in my handbags. That's probably why I haven't used, where did I put it back over there? Why I haven't used my black one in forever. Once I discovered the colorful ones, I can't seem to go back. So yeah, you guys, I don't know that I could tell you like which one I like more and which one I think, you know, I don't think that there's a downside to either one of them. I mean, I guess if you know, this one does have the added, you know, little slip pocket here on the back. So if you like to keep things you know, slightly more organized. You know, obviously when I go into this, you know, I do have to find the card I'm looking for, but there's plenty of room, as you can see, to fan through and find what I need. And honestly, I don't use what's in the back here very often, so I don't really have to find anything. So most of the time, I'm just, you know, going in this front pocket. I keep them in the exact same order all the time. It's easy for me. So yeah, like I said, I don't think I can say a bad thing about either one of these. I think they're both amazing. I think if you're looking for a better value, I would steer you towards the Bottega. They have absolutely stunning colors in this. So if you're looking for another bright color, but parakeet green isn't your thing, there are many more to choose from. And yeah, so pick whichever one you love the best. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful to those of you who may be trying to figure out which way to go. I'm not sure that I was super helpful, but at least I, you know, pointed out some of the similarities and the differences and gave you my thoughts on it. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And again, if you enjoy the content, I would love it if you would join us here. It does not cost you anything to subscribe to a YouTube channel, but it really helps me out. So just click the button below and the notification bell. And if you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.